Hare Krishna, Radhe Radhe, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. How does one practice unconditional love in a world that has become so transactional, even in our closest relationships? It's a question that hits home, doesn't it? Because each of us at some point has felt this, that creeping fatigue of giving and not being understood, of expecting and being disappointed, of loving deeply but being measured in return. So, before we begin, here's a question for everyone. Have you ever felt that love has somehow become a transaction? That even between partners, friends, or family, there's a hidden give and take that steals the purity away. If you have, then this space is just for you. Let's begin with something very real. We live in times where everything is measured: our work, our worth, even our affection. Our messages are timed, our emotions are weighed, our friendships have become calendars, and without realizing, we begin to love with expectation. If I care for them, they should care back. It sounds fair, but it's actually the root cause of all heartache. Lord Krishna tells Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, verse 47, which has been paraphrased as under: You have the right to your actions, but not to the fruits thereof. Karmanyavadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. This simple teaching, originally about karma, also applies to love, or may be applied to love. We can choose to love deeply, sincerely, but we cannot demand the response, because the moment we expect, our love shifts from unconditional to conditional, from an emotional bond to a transactional bond. Getting trapped in the chakra, what does that mean? Let's clarify. The Sanskrit word chakra, a chakra, literally means a wheel, a revolving cycle of energy, emotion, and cause and effect. In spiritual terms, being caught in the chakra means being stuck in a repetitive loop of desire, attachment, disappointment, and renewed desire. It's a pattern that keeps spinning and spinning until awareness breaks it. In Bhagavad Gita, chapter 3, verse 37, Lord Krishna says, It is desire and anger, born of passion, that are the real enemies of peace. Think of it this way: we love someone, we expect something. Then that expectation isn't met, if at all, then we feel hurt. And that hurt becomes anger. The anger slowly creates distance. And then we seek someone new to fill that gap. And then the cycle simply repeats. That's the chakra of Maya, or in simple English, Maya is the illusion. Maya makes us believe love depends on another person's response, when in truth, love is our own natural state, like light from the sun. The sun doesn't stop shining because a few clouds appear. Likewise, divine love does not stop because others fail to see it. Maya isn't illusion in the sense of something fake. It's more like a misperception. It's the lens that makes us identify the temporary as permanent. Lord Krishna explains in chapter 7, verse 14: This divine illusion of mine, made of the three gunas, is difficult to overcome. But those who take refuge in me cross it easily. Maya in relationships looks something like this: believing someone else can complete us, or thinking our worth depends on how we are treated, mistaking attachment for love. Love that depends on reciprocity is attachment. Love that flows without ownership is bhakti. The Gita does not deny emotion, it transforms the emotion. Lord Krishna never tells Arjuna, don't feel. He says, feel, but know who is the one who's feeling. That's bhakti, that's devotion. This is not blind devotion, it is purified love. In chapter 12, Lord Krishna describes the bhakta, or the devotee, he who hates none, who is friendly and compassionate to all, who is free from attachment and ego, equal in pleasure and pain. That devotee is dear to me. Notice how modern this sounds, isn't it? A person who remains balanced amidst life's chaos, compassionate amidst cruelty, loving without condition, that's a true bhakta or devotee. That's what every soul secretly longs to become. We all want love and we all want to love unconditionally, but our minds are so trained otherwise. From childhood, we learn if you do this, I love you. Society rewards compliance, not authenticity. So we grow up believing love must be earned, proven, negotiated. But Lord Krishna's teaching liberates us from all this. When he tells Arjuna to act without attachment to results, he is simply saying, let your love be your nature, not your strategy. You see, unconditional love isn't naive or blind. It doesn't mean allowing yourself to be hurt repeatedly. It simply means recognizing that your capacity to love doesn't depend on how others behave. You can still set boundaries, though, but without bitterness. Just as the ocean remains vast even when rivers flow in or dry up, you too can remain full even when life changes around you. In chapter 2, verse 70, Lord Krishna gives a magnificent metaphor. He says, just as rivers flow into the vast ocean, yet the ocean remains full and unmoved, so too the one who is unmoved by desires attains peace. In today's noisy world, constant notifications, constant opinions, can we remain like the ocean? Receiving what comes, letting go of what leaves, and still staying complete or whole. That's the practice of unconditional love. It is not about controlling the tides, but about remembering that you are the ocean, not the wave. Many ask, is unconditional love even possible for us, ordinary people? And Krishna's answer in this case surely would be yes, gradually. The path of Bhagavad Gita is never about instant transformation, it's about sincere evolution. Lord Krishna says in chapter 6, verse 25, by slow degrees, with patience, the mind should be brought under control.